Sophia and the Quest to Save the Enchanted Garden. Once upon a time, in a magical place called the Enchanted Garden, lived a kind and gentle fairy named Luna. Luna was known far and wide for her love of taking care of the magical flowers that bloomed in the garden. Her favorite dessert was strawberry shortcake, and she often shared it with her best friend, Oliver the Owl. Luna believed in kindness above all else and was loved by all the creatures in the garden, except for one. Shadow the Goblin, who lived in a dark cave at the edge of the garden, was always causing trouble. One sunny afternoon, a little girl named Sophia, who was 7 years old, was visiting the Enchanted Garden. She loved to explore and was always on the lookout for new adventures. Luna and Oliver greeted Sophia warmly, offering her a piece of strawberry shortcake as they sat under a blooming cherry blossom tree. "Sophia, we have a problem," Luna began, her delicate wings fluttering with worry. "Shadow the Goblin has stolen the magical amulet that keeps our garden flourishing. Without it, the flowers will wither, and the garden will lose its magic." Sophia's eyes widened with concern. "We have to get it back." "But how?" she asked, determined to help her friends. "We need to go on a quest," Oliver replied, his wise eyes gleaming with determination. "But it won't be easy. Shadow is cunning, and his cave is filled with traps." Without hesitation, Sophia agreed to join Luna and Oliver on their quest. They packed a small bag with essentials, including a map of the Enchanted Garden, a bottle of fresh spring water, and, of course, a few pieces of strawberry shortcake for energy. They set off early the next morning, the garden still cloaked in the soft hues of dawn. As they journeyed through the garden, they encountered many challenges. They crossed a river by hopping on stepping stones, careful not to fall into the swift current. They climbed a steep hill, using vines and tree roots for support, and finally, they reached the edge of the garden where Shadow's cave lay hidden among the rocks. "Be careful," Luna whispered as they approached the cave entrance. The air was cold and damp, and an eerie silence filled the space. They could hear the faint echo of water dripping from the stalactites above. With Luna's light guiding the way, they ventured deeper into the cave. They had to solve puzzles and avoid traps set by the mischievous goblin. At one point, they came across a chasm too wide to jump. Quick-thinking Sophia used her scarf to create a makeshift rope, allowing them to swing across safely. Finally, they reached Shadow's lair. The goblin was asleep, clutching the magical amulet in his clawed hands. "We have to be quiet," Oliver cautioned. Sophia took a deep breath and tiptoed forward, her heart pounding in her chest. She gently pried the amulet from Shadow's grasp, her hands trembling with adrenaline. Just as they were about to leave, Shadow stirred. "Intruders," he bellowed, his eyes glowing with anger. The ground shook as he rose to his feet, ready to chase them. But Luna, thinking quickly, used her fairy dust to create a blinding flash of light, momentarily disorienting the goblin. They took this chance to escape, running as fast as they could through the cave and out into the sunlight. With the amulet safely in hand, they hurried back to the heart of the Enchanted Garden. Luna placed the amulet back in its rightful spot at the center of the garden. Immediately, the flowers began to bloom, and the garden's magic was restored. "We did it!" Sophia cheered, hugging Luna and Oliver tightly. The creatures of the garden gathered around, celebrating their victory with joy and gratitude. Shadow, realizing he had been defeated, slunk back to his cave, grumbling all the way. "Thank you, Sophia," Luna said, her eyes sparkling with happiness. "You taught us the importance of teamwork and kindness. Without your help, we couldn't have saved our beloved garden." Sophia beamed with pride. She knew she had made a difference and found new friends along the way. As the sun set, painting the sky with shades of pink and orange, they sat down to share a well-deserved feast of strawberry shortcake, surrounded by the beauty of the Enchanted Garden. And so, Sophia's adventure came to an end, but the lessons she learned and the friendships she made would stay with her forever. As she drifted off to sleep that night, she dreamed of more magical adventures in the Enchanted Garden, knowing that with kindness and teamwork, anything was possible.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.